This is a presentation of Senior Stories, a collection of interviews with senior citizens from the Elvira Cisneros Center in San Antonio, Texas. This project is in collaboration with Haus Arts. To learn more about the services and programs that Haus Arts offers in San Antonio, go to BIHLHAUSARTS.org. That's BillHouseArts.org.
Let's start off with introducing yourselves, and then if you can go into how you two met.
Okay, Star Varela.
Alfonso Varela, Jr., just call me Al.
So how we met was we were having a fashion show at the Senior Center on Valentine's Day, and we were both in the fashion show. So...
Not this Valentine's.
No.
2024,
2023, Valentine's Day. And so I won first place, and he won second place. And then I never seen him. I didn't even know who he was. My girlfriend told me, don't need to dance together because they had a DJ where we're having a party after the fashion show. And I said, I've never danced with a man before. And he said, oh, come on, I'll show you. I'm like, okay. We started dancing, and they said it looked like we had been dancing like for years together. And
we've been dancing, I've been dancing since I was a child. The rock and roll era, Elvis Presley and all those. When I met him in a teenager. And I danced with my sister. She was 12 and I was 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we just hit it off, and we went into the hallway, and we were talking. And I told him I didn't like the gift that I got for first place because it was a mug holder. It was just a thing you put on the wall to put your mugs on. And he got a Texas boot with a star on it, which I mean a star. So I liked it, and he goes, oh, you can have it. I go, really? So we exchanged it. Then we were in the hallway, and he tried to kiss me, and I'm like, oh, no.
That was fast, man.
I was like, I just met you. I was like, oh, no. I'm like, you want to kiss me? Kiss me right there. I'm not like that. So he did kiss me right there. But then the party went on and everything, and then after the party, we went outside, and he just grabbed me and kissed me, and I'm like, oh, God. And I felt the butterflies and everything. And then I told him, oh, there's a camera right there. He goes, oh, who cares? We're adults. So after that, we just started dating, and we dated a whole year from January 23 to December 23. And then New Year's Eve, December 2023, he proposed. And I said, yes. And then we set a date for February 14th, the day we met. So we married February 14th, 2024.
At the courthouse.
At
the courthouse where they have the big weddings for everybody.
And
yeah.
Usually I've been there before. But I dressed up with my suit, and she dressed up with a white dress, like her first marriage. A lot of people that get married.
Oh, nice.
You see? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's our wedding picture.
This is my 1940 suit. 50s.
Yeah, and they were just looking at us because we had to go in the courthouse and wait for the ceremony. And everybody was just looking at us, and they're like, oh, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
Well, back in the day, you had to dress up. You had to dress up and everything. You couldn't go grubbies at home. School clothes, put it up when you come home from school. And your grubbies, you play around with her. That's the way they taught me. My parents were always shot. During those days, you dress up for the occasion. And mothers look nice and good cut and all that.
Yeah,
and
but
we had no long hair.
Yeah.
But we fell in love, and we met at the Senior Center, and we just celebrated 1 year anniversary, February 14, 2025.
Congratulations.
But we didn't get to celebrate our anniversary in the way we usually do. We have a DJ business, so we did 2 gigs back to back the day of our anniversary. But we will be celebrating it in the future pretty soon.
And are you both from San Antonio?
Yes.
You both grew up in San Antonio?
Yes. I went to Somerset in the country.
High school on the west side. Rough days.
And you've lived in San Antonio your whole life, so you haven't moved?
Well, I moved up here when I was 9. My parents did because they had a hurricane, Beulah, in Corpus. That's where I'm originally from. So we moved up here when I was 9, and I've been up here ever since.
Yeah, but I was born here, but the rubber big ring, 1849.
Yes.
And I went to military and all that. So I stayed in California for about 30 years.
Okay.
Lived in Las Vegas for 10.
With the military or just?
No.
Just
when I got out of the military, you travel a lot. Then sometimes you like that area, you stay there. California was 20 years ahead of the South.
Yeah.
I came back and, oh man, these people are behind out here. You're ahead. Everything starts out there.
Yeah.
Movie stars and styles and everything. I go to the beach and use the bathing suits and everything. God.
Did you like California?
But it was expensive. But the thing is that in certain areas it's nice. Most of it, the fires and everything. Not in LA. When I was in LA, those fires belonged to most of the movie stars, actors, producers, and whatever, and the movie business. Then they moved. They had houses there, but they had houses in their home state, like Texas, Ohio, whatever. But then when they retired, they moved, and people bought them. But some people have been living there for over 60 years, and it burned down. I was shocked. I was like, what?
What parts of California did you live in?
In Northern California, San Francisco.
Okay.
It's northern. You don't have fires over there.
Yeah.
Not like southern. And the pine trees, don't live around pine trees.
Yeah. But you have fires in Redding and Mount Shasta.
I was shocked over there in Southern California when they had those fires. There's no palm trees there, hardly.
Yeah.
If you live out in the country, you like to be isolated. But those trees catch fire, it's like throwing gas on it. It's a pine.
Yeah.
Pine's off.
And what did you do in Las Vegas?
I was a server, banquets. And I liked it. Going back, I wanted to stay. But I was by myself with my wife. I divorced from my wife and everything. Yeah, I wanted to come back. But then I wanted to go back because there's always something to do.
Would you ever move back with him, Star? If you want to go back? No, you love
we're here.
You're here, San Antonio.
We'll go visit because his family's there.
If I had money, I would visit and stay there for a few weeks. Come back. People do that. Back and forth. They have houses over there and living there. And people do that. Because it's fun out there. It's always something to do.
What about your DJ business? So I want to get into how you started the DJ business together, but also would you ever travel with your DJ business?
Oh, we have. We do karaoke too. I sing a lot of Patsy Cline and perform. And so he was like, dude, you can do DJ. You'll be good at it. So I'm like, okay. So,
I'm a dancer. I'm a clapper.
Yeah. So he bought all the equipment and did the business cards and everything. And we started marketing. And so we got some gigs and some coming up. And yeah.
But how did the DJ business get started? Was it something that you two had done before?
No, never.
How did the
It started because of here. We see the DJs here, and I do karaoke. And he was like, "You could be a DJ," because I was helping the guy. He didn't know how to do his board and connect and all that, so I went up there and helped him. And that's when he said, "You could do that." So that's how it started.
Did you have audio-visual experience in doing before? You just saw it and was like, I could.
I'm very good. I'm very
She
good.
learned in one day. I learned in about a year.
God's given me so much talent that I can just see it and do it.
Do you have a photographic memory?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah, because I do a lot of jewelry, and if I don't go by the instructions that they have, I just look at it and I make it.
Here's the instruction.
Yeah.
The other one, jewelry.
Yeah, I work for the city of San Antonio.
Did you make those?
At the Park and Rec. No, I didn't make these.
But she makes it. Tomorrow we're gonna sell the
Yes.
Okay. So
We're vendors.
Do you do the DJ and sell if you go to
No,
DJ?
I don't mix it.
You don't
it's
mix
separate.
it.
No.
Okay. So the jewelry is just for the city of San Antonio, and then on your own thing, like vending at fairs
Yeah,
and
I make
stuff?
my own jewelry at
Okay.
home. And it's like one of a kind, so there's nobody's ever had it. I make it and I sell it.
And where can people buy your jewelry? Just by
I'm trying to get a website and stuff done, and right now I just sell it word of mouth. And then tomorrow they called me to be a vendor at the Gonzaga on Nagalito, so that's where we'll be tomorrow.
Okay, so you go to different community centers and vent there.
Yes.
So have you sold anything here at the Elvira Cisneros
No,
Center?
every time I try to get in, it's already booked because I work 3 days a week. So everybody already gets a spot.
The day they pick to sell here, she's working.
Yeah.
Monday to Wednesday. He'll pick about Tuesday or Wednesday or something that she can't make.
Yeah, but you sell at other centers.
Oh, yeah.
And what is your role out in the DJ business? Are you like the producer, the manager?
Entertainer too, and I'm part of it. I'm not a singer, but I dance. And I got my cat.
Yeah, he gets the people up to dance.
Nice.
Come on, let's dance.
What?
Yeah. So like an MC, you get people involved and get people up and everything.
Yeah, get this party going.
Okay.
Like I tell people, I told my brother, when I go, they have some music there.
That's
A lot of people like the Irish, and they put the casket, and people are dancing all around, laughing and everything.
Yeah, it's a party.
Oh, but it's okay. He's resting. He's partying somewhere else. He'll be back.
Yeah.
The second coming of Christ, I'm a Christian myself. She's a minister. It's written down. You want to get married, she'll marry you. Right?
I'm a senior ordained minister.
Do you think it's somewhat ironic that in this society we treat death as very somber if you look at like the Irish culture and the Mexican culture, especially with Dia de los Muertos, where people go, and especially in Mexico where it's huge, where people go and they celebrate and they dance and they bring bandulce to the graves, and they it's a contradiction if you think of the culture where we celebrate it as just another kind of passage, not necessarily the end of life, but and then the modern day of being very sad and being very somber.
I respect it.
Yeah, don't be sad.
We're Christians. We're not Catholic. But whatever they want to do, we'll go like this. We don't do that. But the thing is that we believe in the second coming of Christ. He's going to be here pretty soon. Mm-hmm. All these things that's happening right now, it's in the scriptures. Yes. The Holy Scriptures, I call it. Not only the Bible. I read my Holy Scriptures. At the end, there's going to be tornadoes, people killing each other, all this happening at the same time. It never has been like that back in the 50s or 60s. Everything at the same time. And fires all over the place. And oh my God.
Planes crashing.
Every day. I look at the news. My son says, I don't look at the news. I don't want to look at it. Really? Well, it's happening. Pretty soon he's going to come down.
It's caused a lot of anxiety. How old are you, both of you?
I'm 65.
65.
I'm 75.
75. As somebody in their 60s and 70s, do you feel somewhat comforted, though, in your faith and that despite all this horrible stuff
I don't
happening,
have any fear. None. No fear. Because God's in control of everything, and whatever's going to happen, it's all coming to a head, and you can't stop it. You can't stop it. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
And with that faith, because there's the belief in the afterlife, correct? Do you feel that whatever happens, that the afterlife is not something to be afraid of, that it's something to be looked forward to?
If you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, we're going to be living and reigning with Him forever and ever. No, I don't look at it fearful or nothing like that. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, your illnesses and everything.
We're going to be like Him.
When you're getting older, you hard to hear like me. I got sick myself.
Yeah, the Bible says we're going to have new bodies and we're going to be like Him. and we're going to walk on streets of gold. So, yeah.
But while you're still living here, does what's going on in the world still cause anxiety?
No, not for me. No.
Sometimes it does for me.
He does.
Of the military.
Yeah.
And all that. I've been all over. And I see a whole lot. Oh, my God. I'm still here.
But that's how the Lord put us together for a purpose. And I tell him, it's going to be okay, dear. Just calm down. Everything's going to be okay. And he says, yeah, you're right. Yeah. And matter of fact, I have been praying for a husband because I lost my husband in 2016. He had a heart attack, and then he lost his wife. But I have been praying for a husband, and I went on the online dating things, and it was a mess. So I'm like, Lord, I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm just going to trust you. And then that's when he put him in my life. But before that, 2 years before we met, I was at Ross shopping for a dress for Valentine's because we were going to have a fashion show then. And I picked up that white dress, and God told me to buy it. I said, for what? And he said, you're going to get married. And I said, to who? He goes, don't worry about it. Just buy it. So I did. I hung it in the closet, and then here we go.
Wow. I want to ask a little bit about dating over 50, because there's a lot of people that I work with, a lot of people I know who they've been married and they've gotten divorced in their 40s or 50s, or during COVID, they've lost their significant other. And I think it's very scary for older people to get into the dating pool again, especially if they've been married for a long time. You have people that they got married at 20 or 30, and then they were married for 15, 20, 25 years, and all of a sudden they're single at 60.
Yeah.
Can you take me through like your experiences in getting back into the dating pool in your 50s and 60s, and just what was going through your heads mentally in trying to date again? Were you afraid, or were you just, let's just go out there and do it?
After I lost my husband and everything, I said, no, I don't want to be with nobody else, because then you got to start all over. And I'm like, no, it ain't happening. I'm just going to stay single. But then after almost 7 years, I was like, wow, Lord, I'm lonely and this and that. And I said, but then a lot of people, you get scared because a lot of them, like when I did the online dating, they ask you, oh, do you have a home? Do you have a job? This and that, because they're looking to take what you have. They're scammers. So a lot of women do go for it, and they get scammed, which I've heard some horrible. They even had it on the news where they just wiped out their bank accounts. So I always would tell them, no, I don't have a home. I live with my son, and, I don't work. It's like throwing them off. And so and then I'm like, they just start all this stuff. They say, I've even had them ask, I have a son and I lost my wife in a car accident. It's all a lie. And birthday's coming up, but I'm overseas and I'm on the ship and I can't get to him to send him this. Can you send him? That's red flags. And a lot of women don't see it. They're naive because they're looking for that love to fulfill it. But me, I'm like, no. And I would tell them, my dad works for the FBI and my brother works for the police department here, which they don't. I just give them the lines right back. And I'm like, if you ever contact me again, I will give all these emails and stuff to them. Do you think they contacted me again? No. And then on the flip side of it, I was like, and I always pray. I'm like, Lord, give me wisdom. To the person that I'm going to be with, give me wisdom and guidance and give them grace, because they've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, and then they've been through a lot. But me and Al, our childhood is like almost the same what we went through. He had to take care of his siblings. I had to take care of mine because my parents divorced, and I was the next in line, so I had to take care of them, get them to school, feed them, do the laundry. Like, I never could be a child. And he went through the same thing. So it's like God knew that we were fit for each
We went
other.
from a child to an adult within 2 years.
At what age did you have to go from a child to an adult to start taking care of your siblings?
About 7, 8 years old.
At 7 and
He
8?
was way younger. I was
Wasn't
16.
They had no Pampers. There was no Pampers. There was nothing.
Oh, they didn't have that back
We
then.
were washing
Cloth diapers. Scrub board, yeah.
So you had to wash your brothers and sisters' cloth diapers.
We did know about what they call it, wash and dryer.
Yeah.
Were you the oldest?
No, we were the second oldest.
Second oldest? What?
10.
Oh.
And there was 8 of us.
8. That's the big time.
So what about the older one, the oldest? What did they do?
He didn't do much. He took care of us, but then after a while, he didn't want to take care of all the children. I did it. All my little brothers.
Yeah. And then when you graduated high school, you went into the military.
Yeah, he just took off. Kind of hardly never heard from him. He never sent any money, so I had to join the military. So we had to send money.
He financially took care of his family.
Not the house.
Oh, so that's why you joined the military? To take care of the family?
Well, no, they didn't know a lot of jobs or nothing. You go looking for jobs. Join the military. So I joined the Marines. And it was rough, but I had to do it.
Yeah.
I wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
And I was a fighter before I was in there. I was boxing and everything, fighting the gangs and all that. You know? And that's the way it is. You know, scared of what? You know, if I go out, I better go fast.
Yeah.
I don't want to get one limb. No, it was wow. That's why I don't like to think about that. She tells me don't, and sometimes I go.
Yeah.
And that's what it got me sick too. Then I have to stop.
Yeah.
Completely. I can't even have a little. The next day I'm like, oh God. I didn't take drugs, heavy drugs, or nothing. Some of my brothers did, but they're gone.
And his doctor told him, "You're the healthiest 75-year-old patient I have."
That's good.
Yeah.
Really?
He just went to his appointment on Tuesday.
When you get older, it's hard to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And you go back. Like the old films. What happened back in the day, 50, 60 years ago. You can't. Sometimes you like to take a sleeping pill or something.
Yeah. You get too much into your own head and you just gotta...
Yeah, he does. I tell him, that's the past. Just let it go. Let it go.
Well, some guys are telling him, don't mess with him. Don't give him a hard time. Because he will kill you. Yeah.
Because they can't let it go.
No, don't mess with him.
Yeah.
He's been messing with him too much. Like me. I do, don't. I know.
Yeah.
Now I'm older, but I can hold it, but then it comes back. Like I'm 20 years old.
And I have to tell him, calm down, dear, calm down.
And were you the oldest in your family?
No, I was the middle.
You're the middle. But you still ended up taking care of the younger siblings.
Yes.
Yeah, but sometimes the older ones don't want to take care of them. They're not my children.
No, my sister got married. She told my dad, "You better get me out of here. I'm going to kill Mama." Because, her and my mom did not get along, but her and my dad were like buddies. And me and my mom were good. But
that's the way it was. Depends with your mother or your dad. I love both of them, but I was more like my dad. He's from the old days.
Yeah.
Pancho Villa worked hard.
oh, his parents were good. They brought him up good.
Yeah.
And he whipped me good.
But there's always those kids, there's always, especially in large families, there is always, it seems like you said, there are always those that are split between like either really connecting with the mother more or really connecting with the father more. Doesn't mean they don't love both parents, but it's just like they get along with the father more than they get along with the mother.
Like my brothers were more with my mom. I was always with him. And I looked at my mom and said, well, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to stick to this guy. They were more like mama's boys. They call it.
Yeah, we had a hard life. My dad was so mean. He didn't let us go do nothing. It was at school, home, that's it. And my grandparents lived down the road from us, and they were ministers. Matter of fact, the little church right across the street here, that's the church I grew up in, and my grandparents were the ministers there. So I always remember my grandma, she'd say, "Now, Janice, Go sit down on the couch. I'll be right back. And she would go in the room and kneel by her chair and pray for us. And I'll never forget that. So the prayers do work. But out of 8 of us, nobody made a life out of themselves, just me. I went to college. I became a nurse, activity director, and I even sent my dad a picture of my graduation. He sent it back to me in the mail. And I'm like, why did he do that? And I didn't know, but he was illiterate. I had no idea. He couldn't read or write because he lived in the Depression days, and his dad was in a car accident, so he had to quit school. Just imagine, quitting school in 2nd grade to go and help his mom to run the business. She had a cafe in Bernie, and she fed all the truck drivers that came in home scratch food, good food. And that's how my dad learned how to cook. So I didn't know that he was illiterate. So I think he felt jealous that and he would tell us, oh, you're sorry, you'll never become nothing. He was terrible. But it's because he didn't have guidance from his dad. His dad wasn't there.
He died.
Yeah, he died. And he never showed us love or nothing like that. Never gave us a hug and said, I love you, nothing.
But it was just about survival for him.
Yeah.
2nd grade, what are you in 2nd grade? 8 years old, 9 years old?
Yeah.
Your dad,
But none of us knew that. And I just got to thinking, what happened? And so I started going to the family reunions. And just 2 years ago, they said that his dad got killed in a car accident. They were going to the store and they got hit and died. I was like, wow.
So you knew that he didn't grow up with your grandpa, but you never knew the reason why he didn't grow up with
Right.
your grandpa.
No, that was his dad.
Yeah.
That was his dad. But I didn't know why never saw our grandfather. We saw his sisters, and we never saw his brother. Something about his brother had a fallout, and we never got to see him. But I remember going to the aunt's house, Myrtle and Dorothy. We went to their houses a lot. But his brother, we never met him.
And when we started, I want to go into nicknames a little bit here. You said that the only person who gets to call you Janice is Al.
Yes.
You prefer to go by Star.
And he doesn't call me Janice. He calls me
Jan.
When he first did that, I just melted.
Is Star a nickname you've had your whole life?
No, it's my name.
Oh, it's your name.
Yeah, it's my name.
And then but did you have a nickname growing up?
Oh, you don't know my nickname.
No.
My nickname was Blackie. Blackie.
And why was that?
Okay. My mom had black hair. My dad had brownish hair and grayish eyes. And my mom had black hair and brown eyes. So my sister, younger than me, next to me, she got the brown eyes. And all of us the other siblings got like grayish eyes, and I'm the only one that had black hair and blue eyes.
That's rare.
Yeah.
My hair's not black now. It hasn't been black for years. But I'm like, God knew that I was going to change my hair down the road because all my hairs on my arms and my facial hairs are blonde. And I've never cut. It's all blonde. So I'm like, okay, God, what's going on with that? Black hair and blonde hair everywhere. I said, yeah, he knew I was going to change it. But I've been blonde for years.
And Al, did you have a nickname growing up?
Well, Haus would like to call me Al.
Al was your nickname.
But in the real Spanish, it's Poncho.
Poncho, yeah, I like that, Poncho.
Like Frank,
Pancho. Okay.
That's why Danny and them call you Poncho. Yeah. I was like, why are they calling him Poncho? Pancho Villa.
The people that grew up with don't call me Al.
But don't put that in there. Not Blackie, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's better. For some reason, they call me Alfred. That sounds good. That's good enough.
And
Alfred sounds distinguished.
Yeah.
And we call him Al. We call him Al, so I buy all the Al stuff. Like owls. I have an owl on my dashboard. I have owl jewelry.
I like owls.
I like owls.
Oh, we love animals. Like I have 2 dogs and a cat 2 dogs before I met him. And then he has a cat, Smokey. And Smokey bit my leg because we have American Stafford. He's like a pit in the pit family. It's not a pit, but we were going to take him to the duplex to get used to it. And he had the cat on the porch, and I told him, you should have took the cat out. And then the dog was going to go after the cat. So then he put the cat down to go get the Oreo. And then I went on the porch to open the door. And then he goes, get him off the porch. So I kicked at him like that, and he bit my leg.
And Oreo is a Staffy?
Yeah, he's American Stafford. Beautiful. And he loves him. He was my husband's dog, and he was in mourning for 2 weeks, and then I took him to the grave, and he knew he wasn't coming back. But when he met Al, he leached onto him like a magnet. He won't let him go nowhere in the house.
He's a Velcro dog.
Yes.
I trained the bulls and all that with my brother. I trained him like that. When I played with them, we made friends. Even with the monkeys.
Yeah, I'm second nature to him now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He loves Al. He'll put his paw up here. Take me out, Daddy. He's a beautiful dog. Let me see if I have a picture.
And you talked about your DJ business. What's the name of your DJ business?
It's a DJ Star.
DJ Star. And how do they find you? Do you have a website?
Oh, I have cards.
Oh, you just have cards,
Yeah.
and you pass those out to wherever. And where do you do? Community centers? You do karaoke?
We've done in the senior center.
Yeah, the Alzheimer's unit. They called us to do DJ over there. I have a lot of friends because Alzheimer's. I used to be a nurse for 30 years, so I know a lot of people in the nursing field. So they got word of mouth that I was DJing, and they called us to go.
And how do the residents respond to it?
Oh, they were up dancing. They were up dancing with us and everything.
Move as best as they can.
I've been curious because people have said that with Alzheimer's patients, sometimes music or creativity can spur their memory.
Yes,
As a nurse, have you experienced any of that?
Yes, because I used to work on the Alzheimer's unit. So music is the biggest tool for anybody with Alzheimer's. You can put on one of the old songs and it'll just wake them up.
See, music back in the days, back in the 20s, 30s, is when it started rock and roll. My dad goes back to the 20s, to the jitterbug and all that. He was a good dancer. And that's where people suffered a lot. And then, but on the weekend, they go dance and listen to the music, have a few drinks. Just leave that behind for a while. Just get it out. And music is, to me,
So I'm curious, Al, if you don't mind answering this, because you said that sometimes you think back and you have to deal with your own anger and other things, but you also said that you're a dancer and big on music. Has music helped you?
Oh, yes. Yes, it does. It makes me feel good. Forget about all the stuff. And when I was having a hard time when I was growing up, as a teenager, go to the school dances and everything, I was the first one in there. I was first one on the floor.
It's good therapy for him.
I don't care if nobody's dancing. I'm going to dance.
Oh, yeah.
Like that day we went downtown.
To the Market Square. Mm-hmm.
They were playing. Nobody was dancing. I said, come on, let's dance.
Yep.
Yes. I don't care if you're going to dance. I'm going to give them a show.
Yeah.
And they were going, hey, taking pictures. It's what it's all about. Yeah. People don't know. These younger people, they don't know.
Yeah, sometimes
they're not dancers. They're not music dancers. From the old, do you play any oldies? We'll give you a good dance. Believe me, I'll give you a good dance.
Here he is. You see?
Oh, nice. You got the two-tone shoes.
Yeah.
Just casual. Just nice.
Was this downtown yesterday?
Yeah, that was Sunday. This Sunday.
And my relatives were there. But they weren't dancing.
No. They just watched you dance.
Oh, yeah. His brother goes, I want to be just like you when I grow up.
He's 63 years old. Grow up? He's 63. That was just one of them, but we danced together. She was just filming.
Watching.
And I was tired. I couldn't do my moves. I go down.
There you go. He saw you.
I felt good that day.
Yeah.
With my family in California. I go, oh my God. It was out to dinner and lunch. My niece in the Air Force. She paid everything. Oh yeah, but I used to take care of when she was a little girl. So that she worked for the government.
That's his sister-in-law and niece. And that's his wife.
I heard a quote. Someone, I forget where it's from. I wish I could give it credit, but I heard somebody say one time that anger is addictive. Do you feel like when you were going through things that the music and the dancing helped you get out of that addiction, so to speak?
Yeah. Especially when I smoke marijuana. I'm telling you the truth. But I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But I didn't do hard drugs like cocaine, heroin. And I said, I don't need that.
But music and dancing was the best therapy.
Yep. Yeah. The best therapy for me. Wow, I felt great the next day. Went to sleep real good. You get tired too after a while. You're like,
Yeah.
you sleep real good. Yeah.
You have a beautiful smile, dear.
I really.
Yes.
And Star, you said that you never really danced before meeting him.
No. I always wanted to dance. I had it in my mind. I wanted to dance with a man.
Your ex-husband wasn't a good dancer?
No, my husband had passed away. He was a doctor. So he worked all the time, and he's 6'5". So I went right to his stomach.
How tall are you?
5'1".
Do you dance now though? Do you dance all the time?
All the time.
Right here.
How do I dance, dear?
Everybody's waiting for the other one to go out and dance. Don't wait for nobody. Do it.
He said, let's go. And then I tell him, let's go. They know us as the dancers everywhere we go. And we went on our honeymoon cruise last year. We got married in February. Our cruise was in October. And so they had the rock and roll on there. It was awesome. And I had to go change my shoes. And when I came back, everybody was dancing with him.
Yeah, I got all of them. All the girls, come on, you dance. Come on, dance. I went around and they were all dancing. I was right in the middle of them. What did I do?
Yeah, everywhere we go, they cleared the dance floor for us.
Yeah, I've been dancing. But we're dancing together. We're all together, like, not holding hands or nothing.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Because they were like timid. Most of the younger people, they're more timid.
But do you think that's a younger generation thing? Because does seem with even my generation that people are afraid to do things on their own, that they wait till they see somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Before they
They're
do
like,
it.
they'll just sit there and then they see people dancing and then they go.
Yeah. Do you feel like your generation is more of the go-getter generation, like where people did what they want? Mm-hmm. And do you feel like the younger generations are more passive?
Even then, when I was younger, high school then, I was shy.
That's the way I was. I was shy till my 50s.
I was not. My brother, my buddy, like Adam, he was shy. I said, hey, what are you waiting for? He's not going to ask you to dance. You know what I mean? You're a boy, you're a man. You're a boy.
And he's brought the best out of me because I was too shy to sing and all that. He's like, come on, you can sing. So I practiced at home with it. And then now I'm not shy at all.
So do you think that hesitancy is just a young person thing? That young people are just hesitant and then you get to a certain age and you're just like, I don't care what people think anymore?
Yeah, they do. That's the way it is. Who cares? I'm over whatever.
Look at the old singers right now. Diana Ross and everything.
Yeah, she's still, and Smokey Robinson, he just put out an album.
It's in your blood. We're born with it. You're going to die with it.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. I told him, when they did that, probably die on the dance floor. People have died, well, he died a good death. He was dancing. Right. You never die in a bed like this.
Yeah.
No, you have a heart attack. Some people have heart attacks. They take them. What happened? He didn't make it. Oh, he made it all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made it. Good job, man.
And he has a good sense of humor.
He was dancing, had a good time. That's good. Well, you guys naturally. That's what I say. When I go to a funeral, I hope there's music and a party. And a few drinks. Come on.
I told him when I die, have the 4th of July. That's my favorite holiday. Firecrackers,
One of my friends,
and a party.
he was older, went to the cemetery with his wife that passed away, that. He was drinking a beer and took an extra one. Like, what are you doing that for? Oh, he's got 2. No, he was doing it.
Oh.
He was drinking with her. Yeah. I go, well, there's nothing wrong with that. They were drinking. They used to have a good fun and party and everything, and they drank together, whatever. But he lived to be 80-some years old too.
Yeah, if you have.
But he missed his wife from the party and drinking. He left too. It didn't take long. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, when you bury someone or say goodbye to them for the last time, if you've had a good life with them, the last time should be a good time instead of a sad time.
Sometimes I don't go to funerals if I know people because I want to remember them when I was with them last, the good times we had together. I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
When everybody's sad and somber.
I don't want to be
because especially if you know them as a happy person.
Yes.
But some people don't go like my nephew and niece. They had both their parents passed away.
Yeah.
And they were a little younger. They don't like to go to the cemetery. They don't. They're like, no, I got to do something. I got to do this. But we already know. It's okay.
Yeah.
Each their own.
And I think it depends if you lose somebody you care about when you're really young as opposed to when you're older. Because if you're really young, you don't really get to know that person.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're older, you're like, I know this person and they were that way and they wouldn't have wanted me to be sad. They would have wanted a party themselves or they would have wanted this. But if you lose somebody, like you said, your father lost his father at 10 or 7, you don't really get to know who that person is at 7 years old.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they don't know my niece and my nephew. They're not like, they don't study the Christianity.
Oh, they don't study the Bible.
They're not really. I tell them, you're going to see him again. You're going to have a good time. You know? So you're coming to Christ. People are scared or they're not. When you go, that's it.
That's what they think.
You know, you're going to come back.
So talking about a lot of the fear and kind of shyness and hesitancy and just overall things that younger people seem to have as opposed to when you're older, what advice would you to give to younger people about growing up or about doing things or about about not being afraid to do things?
I've always been in my faith in the Lord because I accepted the Lord when I was 17. So throughout the years, I never feared stuff. They're like, oh, this happened or whatever. I'm like, okay. But just like the pandemic, I didn't have no fear about it. None. Because I know that God is in control of everything. I just complied. They said, stay home. What else can you do? But I never had fear about it.
But you did say that after your husband died, you started to feel lonely.
I did.
So, and there's a lot of people now of all generations, they said loneliness is an epidemic.
I think that's the number one killer is loneliness.
Yeah. So is there any advice you would give to people now of any age about feeling lonely?
Okay, so what I did was I prayed and asked God to help me. I said, God, you got to get me out of this because I lost my joy and I was walking around like a zombie for 3 years. I said, God, you got to get me out of this. And a lot of people run to drugs, alcohol, and all of that when something devastating happens like that. But I didn't. I ran to God and I prayed and I read my holy scriptures and I said, God, you got to give me something more. So me and my husband used to go to the bookstore in Corpus all the time because that's my home. We would go there a lot. And he was a reader. He loved to read. So I went back to the store the next day after I buried him. I said, God, you got to give me something to read to minister to me. So I went to all the Christian books over there. It was at Books for Less or something like that. And
Half Price Books?
there you go, Half Price Books. And I was like, okay, God. And I was just looking around and I said, no, that ain't it. Because when God speaks to me and I know that that's what he wants me to get, then I get it. Just on my wedding dress. And so I walked down the aisle and then I looked down at the bottom shelf, the very bottom shelf, and there was a book on display like this. It said The Power of Hope. And that's what people are looking for, hope. And that book really helped me get through that time losing my husband. And I tell anybody, if you lost a loved one, and I was like, well, how do I know this is a book? And the first line said, you may have lost a spouse. I was like, oh, that's it.
But that also had to get you going out more, because if you hadn't started going out and being more sociable, you would have never met Al.
Yeah, I stopped going to church and everything. But my joy back, my sense of being, and started trying to live again. I went back to church and started socializing. And I was still working at the time, still working. And I was working at Rogers Elementary I was a site facilitator. So I had 5 staff. I had 125 students. And I'm like, I was just going through a lot. But God helped me get through it. And that was 2018. And then I think it was like 22 is when I started wanting to be with somebody.
And what about you, Al? What advice would you like to give, if you could give any, to people about loneliness or just not being afraid to go out and do something?
Go rock and roll. No.
Yeah, that's you.
You
That's
got to be
it.
somebody that you can pair with in the instructor and all that. And he's a fast learner. He's pretty, she knows. She's not naive. Most women aren't. But anyway, I give advice. And you guys like each other, you hit it, go for it. Don't hurt her.
Yeah.
If you want to hurt somebody, you might as well leave. Physically or mentally, don't hurt her.
But you're a pretty outgoing guy. But the biggest thing for you is take the chance, but be respectful about
Yeah. That's why I was raised. Take care of my sisters too. Tell my sisters, somebody messes with you, let me know. I just go down there and jack them up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the this. No, you don't do that in the barrio.
And a lot of women were after him too.
But I also want to ask you something, because you said that you don't really worry because of your faith, but you have said that you do worry and that you do go back into your head a little bit.
Yeah.
And what would you give? Is there any advice you would give the younger generations now, especially what's going on? Because there is a lot of fear, there is a lot of anger. The younger generations do seem, of course, there's a lot more news, but they do seem to be lashing out more. Yeah. Is there an advice you would give with regards to that?
A lot of it started too. My dad used to discipline me. He used to whip me with a belt. It's pretty wild. And I'm not the only one. My uncle got whipped with a bull whip. With a horse whip. It hurts. And I said, oh my God. It looks like I hit with a belt. It's nice. But some of them they let them do whatever they want. The society let them do what they want. Spare the rod, you spoil the kid. That's what I believe. And they spoil them. If you touch your son, you go to jail.
So you just...
The cops, everybody whipped their kids, the judges.
Yeah.
Everybody saw it. Now they're like, oh, I can't touch him because they do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So you feel there's not enough discipline?
No.
Yeah. And that kids are just getting way too entitled and getting away with so much stuff.
They do whatever they want. And their parents, they take them out of jail. They shot somebody. And the law now, they make plea deals. What is a plea deal? You killed this guy. You stabbed that woman 50 times. You want a plea deal? I'll give them you know what they wanted to do? I heard the other thing? The firing squad. I like that guy. You stole a horse, he hang you. That's his property. That's his truck. There are no trucks, no vehicles. You molest a girl or rape her, death, firing squad, or hang you. The next day. They stay there for 10 years, and we're feeding them. Okay, now we can hang them now. Now we can put that needle. Really? Wow.
Do you think that lack of discipline in today's society also contributes to the seemingly increase in people having mental health issues?
Yes. Yeah. And scammers. They're going to bail me out anyway. Really. The law wants to make a buck too. You all want to make a buck.
It's all about money making.
And then kids without that discipline, they don't know how to handle it.
They bail them out and they do it again.
And they don't know how to handle it, so they get, whatever they say their mental health issues.
Well, a lot of them too, from my experience when I worked at the school district and I have the children, they don't get the attention that they need at home, so they lash out. Wherever they're at, they lash out. My parents, I would ask them, what do you do when you go home after school? Oh, I go to my room and I'm on my phone. I'm like, where's your mom and dad? Oh, my mom and dad aren't together no more. My mom has her boyfriend and she don't care about me. And it's family issues, and it starts at home.
I want to end this interview on a happy note, so I'm going to ask you both, what makes you the happiest?
We're similar because we do the same things. You like to do this? Okay. With the dog, with the dancing. I like her style. She's very intelligent. I like to be with an intelligent lady. Somebody that knows more than me.
And you both have dogs. You both are animal lovers. So
we like the same thing.
Yes. Cats, dogs.
And when I don't stay there or whatever, I don't see her, I got to get my thoughts together. I tell her. But I do miss her.
Yeah. But you all have your dancing, your animals, your music.
Our faith.
Your faith.
And we do a lot of volunteering.
Where do you volunteer at?
We volunteer at our church, and we volunteer, like this Saturday, we're going to be volunteering for the food bank, but it's through our church. So we're going to be distributing food out to families.
If you want some, get in line, we'll give you some food.
So being active helps with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you believe that activity is necessary to lead a happy life? Because you have a lot of people, of course, that they say, oh, I can't wait to retire. But then they continue doing stuff. And then you have those people that retire and they don't do stuff. And maybe they fall into depression.
A lot of times people that retire, they're like, oh, I want to retire. But then when they retire, they're like, now what do I do? I'm retired. So you need to keep yourself busy. Doing something.
All your life. People, when we were growing up, like my mom, she didn't have to be in the kitchen because I could cook and everything. She'd still be there.
Yeah, a lot of people that retire, they retire and then they don't have nothing to do, and then they just sit at home, they get depressed, and then they die.
Sometimes I saw this several times. They've been married to the wife for 50 years. He goes. Within 6 months, he's going to be sad. And I would probably be the same. I want to go. That's it. It's time.
Yeah, because when my husband died, I'm like, I don't want to be here no more. Lord, just save me.
But she was younger.
I don't want to be here.
She would have probably been a little older and everything, and by herself and everything. You just want to live in the Lord anyway.
But that activity, like you said, in 2018, that activity of getting out again kept you both.
Yeah.
Alan Starr, I appreciate you talking to us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to Senior Stories in collaboration with Haus Arts and the Elvira Cisneros Center in San Antonio, Texas.